No, that's for later. It's for later. We don't need music right now. In every walk with nature, one receives far more than he seeks. Although they know not everyone shares their desire to spend 15-hour days conquering mountains above 4,000 feet, returning exhausted, blistered, and in dire need of a long shower and a longer night's sleep, Mom and Mark hope you can see here at the summit of Whiteface a piece of what inspires their passion for hiking in these majestic peaks. Having shared many adventures throughout these mountains, including a marriage proposal at the top of Algonquin in the bitter cold, they could not have imagined a better place to exchange their vows. It is their hope that the strength and longevity represented by these Adirondack high peaks will be characteristic of their marriage as they continue through life together. On behalf of the bride and groom, welcome to the mountains, and thank you for being here to share in this special day.
Friends, we are gathered together here in the presence of this company to join Mark and Margaret in the bonds of matrimony, which is an honorable estate and not to be entered into unadvisedly or lightly, but reverently, discreetly, advisedly, and soberly. Into this estate, these two persons' presence came to be joined. If any person can show just cause why they may not be wed today, please let him speak, or for here forever after, hold their peace. There you go. I didn't hear that.
To love is not to possess, to own or imprison, nor to lose oneself in another. Love is to join and separate, to walk alone and together, to find a laughing freedom that lonely isolation does not permit. It is finally to be able to be who we really are, no longer clinging to childish dependency, nor docilely living separate lives in silence. It is to be perfectly oneself, and perfectly joined to permanent commitment to another and to one's inner self, to only endure when it moves like waves, receding and returning gently or passionately, or moving lovingly like the tide, in the moon's own predictable harmony. Finally, despite a child's scars or an adult's deepest wounds, they are only free to be who they really are and always secretly were, in the very core of their being, where true and lasting love can alone abide.
Mark Perrin, will you have this woman as your wedded wife, to live together in the ordinance and estate of matrimony? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and keep her, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep you only unto her, so long as you both do live?
I will.
Margaret Kemp, will you have this man as your wedded husband, to live together in the ordinance and estate of matrimony? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep you only unto him, so long as you both do live?
I will.
And now we have a song.
Yeah, you gotta rewind it.
What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in, then you're kicking me out. You got my head spinning, no kidding, I can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm on your magical mystery ride, and I'm so dizzy, don't know what hit me, but I'll be alright. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me. I give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me. And you give me all of you. How many times do I have to tell you? Even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. The world is beating you down. I'm around through every mood. You're my downfall, you're my muse, my worst distraction, my rhythm and blues. I can't stop singing, it's ringing in my head for you. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me. I give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me. And you give me all of you. I give you all of me. Cards on the table, we're both showing hearts. Risking it all, though it's hard. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me. I give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me. And you give me all of you. 'Cause I give you all of me. And you give me all of you. Oh.
In a perfect world, I would wish you a marriage like two mountains embracing, sharing the same foundation, lush growth intertwining wildly, seeds from each mountain germinated by the other. In a perfect world, there would be no one needing to blast a tunnel between you so that a road might run through. In a perfect world, I would wish you a marriage like two sea currents, parallel yet weaving through one another, creating whirlpools in your wake. By your very natures immutable, enhancing one another and letting go, empowering each other to be free within your union. In a perfect world, there would be no boulders to encircle, pulling you away, no sudden promontories to crash against in confusion. But we know that it is not a perfect world. It has to be enough that you have found one another, to share your life's journey, enough to cherish each other at day's end. So I choose to wish that for you, that in this imperfect world, you will always have enough, both enough contentment and enough challenge to hold you satisfied, enough strength to keep from clutching too hard so that you should never break the bond, as solid as the mountains, and endurance, growing together, enough peace to balance the heartache, the sorrow, and I wish you such joy, playful, limitless like the sea, replenishing as you wind your lives around one another's. Love is a miracle that shows the two of you, Remember that you two are the miracle that will always keep dancing.
Mark, if you will repeat after me, please. With this ring I be wed,
With this ring I be wed,
and with all my worldly goods
and with all my worldly goods,
I thee endow,
I thee endow,
and thereto
thereto
I pledge thee my troth.
I pledge you my trust.
I pledge thee my troth.
I pledge thee my trust. I didn't know if there was anything else.
No.
What you got?
Not now. I'm all set. With this ring I be wed, with all my worldly goods, and with all my worldly goods, I thee endow, and thereto I pledge thee. Inasmuch as Mark and Margaret have consented together in wedlock and have witnessed the same before this company, and thereto have pledged each to the other, and have declared the same by joining hands, I, in the accordance with the authority vested in me in the state of New York, pronounce that they are husband and wife.
Well, I didn't want to like grab the butt during the middle of
Whoa.
And now, for the first time, may I introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Mark Perrin.
So wait, does everybody here know that cocktails are on the waterfront at 5? Did we have that? Do you know where? I know